Hi friends, hope you are doing well. This is Gopi Rajan. Today we are going to see the cloud computing basics part 3. Today we are going to see the comparison between the public, private, hybrid and community clouds, and also we will see the cloud service models and a little quick intro about cloud computing planning. What are the issues we need to consider? Okay, we will get into the topics. Yeah. So first one is comparison chart for the cloud types. As we see in the last video, uh, there are four types: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. So what is the public cloud? Generally, the services available for the public user who are having the credentials for the public cloud vendors, they can able to access it. That is a public cloud. For example, AWS, Azure, Google, IBM Cloud, or Alibaba Cloud, or Oracle Cloud. So similarly, the private cloud is built up with the existing private infrastructure. It is the type of some authentic users who can dynamically provision the resources. Here it is only for the particular organization. It requires a more amount of cost, but then uh, the more confidential information we can store, it will be more, very much suitable for the bigger organizations. Yeah. So hybrid cloud is a combination of heterogeneous, we can say, public plus private. So it is a distributed system. We can resulting from a private cloud, which incorporates with the different types of services and resources from the public clouds as well. So that's why we are call it as hybrid actually. So community cloud, there are different types of cloud which is integrated together to meet a common or particular need for some organization or some particular communities. Example, uh, VMware. So here there are five parameter types. Based on that only the public clouds, the different types of clouds will be there. Whereas in scalability means like whenever the peak load comes, that time we have to make it with that based on the scaling policy, either a horizontal scaling or vertical scaling. So in terms of public cloud, it is very high, and the hybrid cloud also very high. But whereas in private cloud and community cloud, there is a limitation will be there in the scalability. Reliability in that very high in private cloud and community cloud, whereas in public cloud and hybrid cloud, public cloud in moderate level in the reliability, hybrid cloud little bit medium to high. That will be comparatively good. The very less in the reliability comparing all these four public cloud only. Security based on that, actually in private cloud is the high class security, that is a high level security we can say. So next one is public cloud. It will depends on the service provider who you are going to use, either you are using a AWS or Azure or Oracle Cloud or IBM Cloud. So based on the service provider, the security will be there. As per AWS, it will be like 99.9959% security will be there. As per the standards in AWS, they are following it actually. So hybrid cloud and community cloud, they are also secure. So comparatively, private is the high class security. So in terms of performance, community cloud is a very good actually. In private cloud and hybrid cloud is good. So in public cloud, it will be, we can comparatively we can say low to medium. In terms of cost, is very much cost is private cloud, high cost because the larger enterprise only will go for the private cloud, whereas public cloud is very much cheaper. So that's why the lot of people are using that public cloud. And hybrid cloud and community cloud, it is also costly, but then private cloud is the high coster than all these four types. So we can jump into the next one. Here we are going to see the cloud service models. Generally three types of service models are there. One is, they will call it as SPI, software as a service, SaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, infrastructure as a service, IaaS. You can see uh, infrastructure as a software as a service first. Okay, so who will use this one? So in you can see the left hand side, software as a service used by the end user. Okay, so this will be, if you see the triangle, so infrastructure as a service, it will be used by the IT or network architects. So platform as a service used by the software developers or infrastructure operations guys. SaaS will be used by the end users. So you can see the some of the examples we can say here. You can see the AWS, Google, and also there. So platform as a service, you can see Azure, Google App Engine, Amazon, SimpleDB, and all will be there. Whereas in examples of software as a service, Google Apps and all there, you can see the Google Drive will be there, Salesforce.com will be there, Facebook also one of the software as a service. So from here, infrastructure is more control, platform as a service will be control, software as a service will be less. So here in software as a service, generally these are resources managed by each layer. You can see software as a service here, applications will be taken here. So software, business applications, it will suitable web services, multimedia. So software is hosted, packaged and delivered by a third party through the internet. So this is called software as a service. So here you can see the examples: Google Apps, Facebook, YouTube, Salesforce.com. These are the best example for software as a service. So next one is platform as a service. So platform as a service, generally the service providers rent out the cloud-based platform for the users to develop and deploy the applications. It provides a software framework. You can see this Java, Python, .NET, and many more software framework and storage, DB or file system. So it will come under the platforms actually. So what it makes it provides a framework that makes easier and more efficient to build a customized and develop and deploy the applications in the platform as a service, you can say. So infrastructure as a service, IaaS. So here you can see two different layers are there: infrastructure, another one is hardware. So infrastructure, we can have the computation, the virtual machine VM, and storage. You can see the block will be there. So these are all in the infrastructure. So this is better example is Amazon EC2. EC2 is nothing but elastic compute instance. It is a virtual machine actually, basically. So GoGrid, FlexiScale, these are all the best examples for the infrastructure as a service. Okay, so then hardware as hardware, these are this layer also it will be there: CPU, memory, disk, bandwidth. So in infrastructure as a service, user access to the storage, environment, network, servers, and other computing. They are managing their application, data, and middleware in infrastructure as a service. The best example is hardware as a service, data centers. So a lot of people, they will say infrastructure as a service, in other words hardware as a service, HAAS. So yeah, we have covered that cloud service models. So I can jump into the next topic. So this is cloud computing planning. Whenever you are going to implement the company the cloud computing, we need to plan it actually. So before that, we need to consider some of the points. I have captured some of the important points before uh, to implement this one. These are the issues we can face it actually. So these factors should be considered actually. So data security and privacy requirement, these things, how we can handle in the data security and privacy requirement. So these things we have to consider. And budget requirements, how much dollars is allocated for this cloud migration. So based on that, we have to decide which cloud vendor will be giving more offers. So these things we have to consider actually. If you purchase an annual, that annual, then we can get it, very much offers will be there. Based on the instance types also, our storage, based on that it will be differ actually. which types of cloud we are going to use, either a public, private, or community, hybrid. So that we have to choose it. So data backup requirements. What is our requirement to keep the data? So if it is archival data, either we have to go to S3, Glacier, so we can choose a AWS. So based on the data backup, we have to choose which service we are going to use, and which cloud computing we can vendor we can choose it actually. And also training requirements. So the people who are in the current team doesn't have that knowledge about the cloud. So and the particular vendor, say for example AWS, we are going to implement in our project. So we need to train the people in the team with the AWS basics and how the cloud computing basics, and you have to give how what is AWS, how to create a user and how to use the privileges, how to use the EC2 and how to use the S3. So those things, how to deploy that one, how to Elastic Beanstalk how will work. These are the in terms of training we have to give it to the team members who are in the current team. And dashboard and reporting requirements. So dashboard, so it will visualization, we can see the and reporting. So visualization, how the diagrams will be like, we can show the pie chart or bar chart. So these things we have to check it. And client access requirements, how the client can access these things, so that we will also consider. Data export option, whether what is the kind of data we can export, either XML or JSON or uh, those things we have to consider. Yeah, so it contains lot of three pages will be there. We will see in detail in the upcoming videos. So the whatever the topics today we have covered it. So if you like this video, please subscribe me. Thanks for watching my channel. I'll come soon with new videos. Bye for now.